Hey everyone, David here, founder of 360Onboard and ShitXAI, and today we're going to create a flow with 360Onboard. So here we go. When you open 360Onboard, it's going to open with the light mode, but you could click this in order to get dark mode if you prefer dark mode. Now in my case, I do love the light mode, and so essentially all you have to do is you slide over to this create flow, okay? When you click it, and you get here, you get a choice to choose between a client flow and an employee flow. 360Onboard can be used for onboarding clients the same way it can be used for onboarding employees. So you just click client flow right here, and now you're gonna see this. This is our AI that can build you any flow that you want. So this is the example we're gonna use. We're gonna use the example that we're a marketing agency that helps companies get AEO, which is probably something you guys have heard a lot of. Is basically SEO for AI. And we're essentially going to say that, yeah, we are a marketing agency that does that. And we're onboarding customers who signed up. And essentially how we do it is we write blogs for them. Okay, perfect. Okay, so as you can see here, I already wrote my prompt, right? You could read it if you want to, but we're gonna move on to the next thing. So we're gonna press enter. And so you see it here as the AI kind of reads it. For this, by the way, I'm using Claude, okay? Anthropic Claude. Okay, so there are 3 title options. In this case, we want option 1. So I'm just gonna send it. And we should see the AI, as you can see, it changed the name, right? And it's going to now propose a complete system, right? So this is what it came up with. So first is going to be a tutorial where it's just like, welcome to ShitXAI, an intro that explains the services. Then it's going to go straight to business goals and intake. So this is where it's going to get business name, information. Then after that, there's going to be something to sign, and the monthly subscription, there's going to be a payment to complete. I'm going to tell it for context, we charge $500 per month. So now it's going to build it. So it's building it, and we should see it right here become better. Okay, so as you guys can see right here, we have welcome to ShitXAI, and this is a tutorial step, right? If you want to have an idea of what that looks like, right, we could preview them right here, right? Welcome to ShitXAI. Here's what to expect. Tell us about your business and goals, blah, blah, blah. Then we have the business and goals, and here it's asking for information like, what is your business name? What is your website URL? What industry are you in? Who's your target audience? What are your main goals? Have you done any SEO or content marketing before? So all these questions, and here we're asking them other questions, right? So this is literally creating every single thing you'd need. There's no service agreement, but here's the beauty of it. I could say, yes, generate my service agreement. So now what it's doing is going to generate the actual contract that is going to be signed. Okay, so here we are. We got this contract. Now I gotta say, this contract is super long. I mean, look at this, Jesus Christ. It is pretty complete, right? It is pretty complete, and I can move these, right? So that's one thing is, whenever it generates, there's a high chance these are gonna be slightly out of place, right? So I can move them to the right spot. So date signed, I can move to right here, right? And you could just move these, right? Do the same with the email address, move it right here. And you could essentially do that with every single thing. I mean, if you think about it, it did get it on the right side. Just messed up a little bit on the, see, boom. Okay, so as you can see, I put them all in the right place, right? We could preview this. Right here. It's gonna load so you can see what it would look like. So it's loading. Okay, as you can see, everything is ready, right? Client signature, client company name, everything, right? Everything is perfectly ready for customers to fill out. Okay, so now the signatures are done. The next thing, let's see, plan and payment, right? So we already have set up our Stripe in the back end, right? So because we've set up Stripe, a customer using this would essentially be paying us directly through Stripe, right? Which is what you see here, right? $500 per month. And lastly, they can book their calls. So if you put your calendar link right here, they will be able to book their calls perfectly too, right? So literally everything is perfect for the purposes of this. Now, let me take you guys to the design tab. So on the design tab, this is where you can create, you can choose what the designs will look like, what every page is going to look like, right? Here's what I noticed. In order to make this work, you want to come here, right? Let's go back to the intro page. You want to come here, and on the right, there's different types of flow setups that you'll see, right? Different types of colors. I do like the bold one right here. It's pretty nice, but I like the modern one probably a little bit more. right? Here's the thing though. When you choose one of these, sometimes maybe you want to switch the way it looks, right? So here's what you can do. You could click right here where it says layout, and you could change how this tab looks. So you could change it to this, perfect. And you could also change how the overview section looks, right? You could change it to this, to a list like this, to an accordion, and to a card grid, which is what it looks like. I do like the timeline version, right? So now we have a timeline and we have the normal, right? So on the hero side, let's just put it as normal. Okay, now here, you can also change this, right? So you can change this and welcome to California. But here you can change it to welcome to your onboarding. And you want to put the client's name. So here you're going to put first name, okay? And as you can see here, we could preview it. If the first person's name was John, it would say, welcome to your onboarding, John, okay? And this is a messaging widget. So here you could change a lot of things. You could change the language of the flow, right? So if you make it French, it wouldn't change these words, but it would change any word that's default. For example, commencer would be French, nous écrire would be French, right? And you could do that with a few different languages. If you speak a language that you don't see here, please reach out to us and we'll integrate it too. For the message widget, currently it's right here, but you could also make it be on the left side if you want, okay? And let's see, branding. In terms of branding, this is where you put your logo and your company name, right? Which would then be shown right here. And you can also change celebrations. So here, for example, let's say we wanted to make it that there's confetti. You could add confetti and you could make it be like on flow completion or on every step, right? And then you can redirect. So essentially after people finish a flow, instead of just showing them a thank you page, redirect them to our website or something, right? So here is where you would put the redirect link, right? And the redirect link could have stuff like emails and first name included, whatever it is that you need. I think that's everything. And then now we go to the workflows. Now this is what I'm genuinely very excited about. On this workflows page, this is where you can add different things such as, you see where it says welcome to SheetXAI. Maybe after they finish this step, you want to send an email to them or to yourself, or you want to send an SMS to yourself using Twilio, or you want to fire a webhook. That's another way that if you click any of these three, you could set it up, right? So you could be like fire webhook, right? And here we show you what the webhook would look like, right? And here you could put your URL and any signing secret that you want. For the average person, probably don't need this, right? But if you do have a whole bunch of automations running, this would be super helpful for you, right? You set up webhooks or you send up emails. I noticed with emails, what we've noticed is a lot of people use emails when, let's say at the end of the call, you had like information such as we have an interview in a few days or whatever, an email would be good to kind of send them a reminder of that immediately, right? So yeah, that's exactly what this is. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I believe that's everything. Whenever you're done, just want to make sure I have everything here. One thing I do want to bring up is you can change conditions here. You can add conditions. Essentially, you could say the only people who need to pay are people who their business name equals money or something. I don't know. But this is very important, especially for public URLs, right? But yeah, here we just remove any condition because we want everybody to join. And you could even have conditions on specific questions, right? So this question, for example, you could have a condition where it's like it only shows up if the website URL has a certain value, right? So that's perfect. So when you're done with everything, the last thing that you have to do is you go here and you just click publish, right? And here you're gonna get a link. If you have a custom domain, you're gonna get a link that's directly already perfect. You could change this slug to anything you want, right? And you could copy that link, you could scan it on a mobile device, could print it, whatever it is that you want to do. And let's say you don't want to send just like an onboarding link, you want to send this to a specific client, like they get an email that's like, welcome to your onboarding and all that stuff. You could click this and here you can set up the client information to send it, right? So let's test the link. So here we have the link, right? So when somebody comes to this link the first time, they're gonna have to put their name. So in this case, I'm gonna put my information. And when they press continue, this page is going to open. Now on this page, as you can see, it's like, welcome to your onboarding, David, because I just put my name, right? And it's going to show the 5 steps to complete, and they could press get started. They see the same thing you saw earlier, right? And the confettis, as you guys just saw. Here they could put their information like their business name, their website URL, the industry they're in, literally everything, right? And they can sign. It's not going to let me proceed without doing this. So I'm just going to fill this out. Okay, so now we're at the service agreement part. As you guys can see here, once you press start, it will take you exactly to where to sign. Once you click, your customer sees this and they could just sign directly. So adopt and sign, right? So their name is in there, their signature is in there, right? And there's a next, so they could click client title, founder, right? Then they could click company name and they could finish. And here they're sign in, and they can press next and it's done. All right, so once they press next, they'll get taken to this page. They'll get taken to this page where they can pay for everything, right? So just to show you guys an example, I'm gonna press pay and you're gonna see what page opens up. Okay, as you can see right here, this is exactly how it's gonna pop up to your customer, right? The amount, your company logo, and they could put their card or any payment method that you set up, and it's done. And if a client needs to leave for any reason whatsoever, click save and continue later, and we're gonna email them a link to continue. You can see here we've emailed you a link to continue. Simple. Okay, and so that completes it. That is everything on how to set up your first. It's very simple, very quick. Obviously, I went step by step, slowly, but you should be able to get your first flow ready and done within a few minutes, really 2-3 minutes, and it's all ready. It's all done, right? Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.